Welcome to Cascadia Hockey, brought to you by Buried Puck Threads. My name is Corey Gaston. Happy All Saints Day?
Was that yesterday?
All Saints Day was yesterday, so today is El Dia de los Muertos.
So I thought that was tomorrow. I thought it was the 3rd for some reason.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the 2nd.
Okay,
It's All Souls Day. Halloween, All Souls Day, Day of the Dead.
Okay,
I'm
so
all
we're here on
positive.
Day of the Dead. All right.
So,
Dia de los Muertos?
Dia de los Muertos.
Can I do a public service announcement about
Absolutely.
that real quick? You know,
real quick. Let me...
all right.
I'm going to finish announcing.
Let's stay on task here.
Well, just to finish the intro, because you don't know who you're listening to, I'm sure you do, Mr. Aaron Piper with a public service announcement.
Public service announcement. Sugar skulls, don't put them everywhere because it actually kind of is disrespectful.
Yeah, it
to
absolutely
Day of the
is.
Dead. And I love sugar skulls.
So do I.
Used to have a sticker on the back of my van, but somebody made a very good point. Those are, and man, this is really a somber way to start the podcast, but we shouldn't just use them because they mean a lot in the Hispanic Mexican culture.
Absolutely.
So respect the sugar skulls. They look rad, but respect them.
Yep.
So
I keep I only pull mine out for this time of year.
Yep. That's good. How was your Halloween?
My Halloween was stellar.
Yeah?
Was stellar.
Kids still on a sugar high?
Well, you know what? They police themselves really well.
Wow. Mine don't.
The Cash is his mother's son.
Okay.
So that kid is into delayed gratification.
Okay.
He is happy to know it is there for him when he's ready for it.
How old's Cash? 5, 6?
Cash is 8.
Cash is 8 now. Okay, so
Yes.
Kincaid's
Kincaid-
the younger one. Okay.
Kincaid's 6.
So Cash is 8. As an 8-year-old, delayed gratification is not something you would typically
Nope.
correlate.
Nope. But that's who he is.
Cool.
He is content to know it's there when he's ready for
So
it.
how's Cash?
Kincaid, however, is me, and he's like, "Oh, can I have that?
It's me.
Can I have that chocolate? Will you make me a grilled cheese sandwich while I eat this chocolate? And then can I have this chocolate for dessert?"
Yeah.
So he's a little brick.
That's my 9-year-old.
So he was. It was pretty funny. We went trick or treating. We had some of the cast from AE Radio.
Okay.
And their kids came.
Nice.
So that was fun.
You just hit your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It's really cool. Around the corner from our house, down the street a little ways, there's a house that every year they put up a pup tent. Or
Okay.
not a pup tent, but a canopy.
Okay.
And then they barbecue hot dogs
Nice.
and make warm apple cider for everybody.
Nice.
It's
back in the neighborhood or off the main stretch there, off of McMurray?
Just back in the neighborhood.
Okay.
And they just set up so all the trick-or-treaters, the parents have something too to keep them occupied.
That's awesome.
It's really, really rad. I had a really in-depth costume that I had to explain to everybody, so...
Why don't you go and explain if people haven't seen it on social media?
I was Dustin from Season 2 of Stranger Things as Ray from Ghostbusters.
It's all. It looked great.
So,
It looked great.
It was. I wanted to go really deep with it and,
Yeah.
and do something kind of meta. And so when I started talking about it, it really came together real quick.
Yeah.
And I knew I wanted to do a Ghostbuster costume, and then we were out and about, and I found Dustin's hat, and I was like,
Nice.
"Oh, I had
Nice.
an idea."
I like it.
So that worked out really well. And the funny thing was, it forced me. I can savor things from time to time, and I have been very slowly making my way through Season 2 of Stranger Things.
Okay. So you haven't seen the whole thing yet?
I wanted to watch it before Halloween.
Okay.
And so I take Halloween off every year. That's my holiday. And so I laid on the couch and binge watched Stranger Things
Nice.
all day, and it was
Nice.
glorious. So
Yeah.
I was real happy with that.
Did you finish The Haunting of Hill House?
Oh my God, yes.
So
Yes.
Can I loved that show
Okay.
until the last 10 minutes,
Okay.
and it became too kumbaya for me, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's fair.
I wanted it to end a little bit more freaky scary.
Little darker?
I mean, they closed the book on the story, which was great.
Yep.
If nobody's watched it, I don't care because it's November, so spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
But when they're all in the red room,
Uh-huh.
I loved that sequence. I loved it going through everything that was trying to kill them,
Yep.
literally trying to suck their souls out of their body using these things.
Yep.
Thought it was great. I knew Dad was dead. I knew that was the deal he made with Mom.
Yep. To
was
stay with her.
Let the kids go.
Yep.
You've already got me, or you've already got Nellie.
Yep.
take me, let the kids go. And it did. But then it became really, really kumbaya. Like the way that last episode started where what's his name's wife is pregnant.
Yeah.
And he's writing, and then she starts in on him, and you're like, oh, this isn't real. Like, it's a dream or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted something like that to drop at the end and just leave it gnarly.
Yeah, I can see that.
But up until that, and I enjoyed the whole thing, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody. It was great.
So did you get the bent neck lady is Nell before they revealed it?
No, I did not get it until the scene of her dropping, killing herself. And then when it goes back through the different parts and you see the face.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing, too. You talked about ghosts that you don't really catch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw a couple.
There's a few. Yeah.
Like there's the one where he's downstairs spraying the stuff on, and there's that long white lady in the back just staring at him.
Yep.
One scene where they're in the kitchen and there's a dude up in the window just looking down at him. So I saw like 3 or 4. Your buddy the other day, Donnie, puts that post up, and I'm like, yeah, I probably saw most of them. No.
No.
Most of them I did not catch at all.
My favorite
and that was awesome.
My favorite one's the little kid under the piano.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I caught like 3 or 4. You know, some of them they wanted you to see them, but the other ones, so I caught like 3 or 4, and I thought I was doing great, you know? And then I saw that like 45 of them.
But the great part about that is it's a real tribute, in my opinion, to the filmmakers.
Yeah.
Because what you're dealing with is these guys who are creating these scenes where you've got these things that are there that you're not cognizant of.
Right.
The people in the scene aren't cognizant of.
Nope.
But it's there.
Yep.
And subconsciously you pick it up.
Right. Right.
Your primal instincts realize that person's being watched.
Right.
And it gets your hackles up.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh, this is tense.
Yeah.
And you don't know why, because it's just a person walking through a room and there's nothing else going on.
But your subconscious knows that there's something there and it's not right.
But you can't, unless you like even looking for it, it's difficult to see what's going on. It's such a glorious way to ratchet the tension up. And so it's just, I am such a fan of that series.
It was good. Only one jump scare that got me, though.
Which one? The wall? In the wall?
No.
Okay.
When the girls were driving in like episode 9, when the 2 girls were driving to the Hill House.
Oh, okay.
And then Dead Nelly jumps through the middle of them and screams. And I wasn't like, but it was inside. Like all of my internal organs jumped.
Yeah, that one got me good.
Woo, that was the only one. It was a great series.
So one more, just since we're on the subject, I went and saw Halloween.
Okay. Good, bad, indifferent?
So,
I've not heard good things about it.
Okay. Here's what I liked it.
Okay.
Let's get that out of the way real quick. My review is I'm going to own this movie. Okay. There are a couple of truly glaring plot holes in it. And if you don't mind, I'll talk about them.
Take your time.
Okay.
We're down a man today, so we got to fill a little
That's
time.
true.
So.
Yeah. So, hey, everybody, Kyle's not here. He's busy being a Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And I apologize if we don't get to the hockey quick enough.
We'll get there. You know how we work.
So, went and saw Halloween, and a couple of things. One, it's not even a giveaway. It's in the trailer. Okay. They take the mask and show it to him in the insane asylum that he's in. So he's in the asylum / prison or whatever, and these 2 people making a true crime podcast are doing a document about Michael Myers. And so they go and they take the mask. No way in any reality would that be allowed to happen. Nobody would go...
Let's show the thing that will trigger this crazy guy.
Yeah. Hey, Ted Bundy, you remember your Volkswagen? Here, look, there it is.
Yeah.
That motherfucker wasn't even allowed to watch Transformers because of Bumblebee. Like, just flat out. You don't give a serial killer the thing that was the source of their power,
right?
Quote unquote. You know what I mean? That pissed me off. Like, that was irritable. Now, he gets out. Yay, okay, we know it.
Sure.
There are a couple of things that they call out so directly that are genuine just slaps in the face to Rob Zombie.
Oh,
through the entire movie.
wow.
Like there's a doctor who's now in the takes care of Michael,
Okay.
who's with them in the transport when he gets out and all this. And when he meets Laurie Strode, she goes, "Oh, so you're the new Loomis." Just calls it right out. And then every time they encounter Michael, somebody's like, "Talk, Michael, say something." And so
I liked Rob Zombies.
I did too, and that's not a popular opinion.
No,
but I do like that movie. But so anyway, let's so cutting back, the kills, man, there were some kills in that movie that were so good because they did them in that 70s, 80s slasher film way.
Cool.
Where they didn't have the budget to do maybe a murder. So what they would do is have it happen off screen, and then you would see the aftermath.
Right.
And they did that.
Yeah.
And that is a subtlety that doesn't happen in horror very often anymore.
Most of the time, horror's trying to be as over-the-top gory as they can.
Oh, you got to show this ridiculous,
i.e. Saw movies.
Yeah, exactly. There's always one up. These guys understood the genre and played it close to the vest. And so I really, really, really appreciated that.
Cool.
My last bitch, though, and this is the big one.
Yeah.
Okay. So this movie takes place in a timeline that eschews all other Halloween movies.
Okay.
It is a direct sequel to John Carpenter's Halloween.
Okay.
The first one.
Okay.
So it acts like 2 through everything else never happened.
Okay.
Through the whole thing, in the background on TVs, people are watching Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, which just made me happy. That made me really happy because that's the one movie in the series that doesn't have Michael Myers. But anyway, so they spend the entire movie basically establishing Laurie as Sarah Connor.
Okay.
She's been through this traumatic existence of people being killed around her, her trying to be killed. She's survived, so now she's a survivalist. And her property's out in the woods, and she lives by herself, and it's gated, and it's got huge electrified fences, and she's got all this surveillance equipment, and she's been prepping her whole life
for Michael to get out.
For the eventuality of him escaping.
Yeah.
Okay? Obviously, we get that because that's the premise of the entire goddamn thing. There is a scene, which is not the end of the movie, not even the culmination, but there's a scene where Michael's in her house. Her and her daughter are in the basement in a panic room.
Okay.
He's walking across the kitchen floor, and she unloads a shotgun blast through the floor up at him from the basement.
Okay.
If you've waited and prepared for revenge for 40 years, are you going to blow your wad before you even see the fucker?
No.
No, nobody is.
No.
It was the most unnecessary, and it took me out of the entire thing. And that bummed me out. So, I mean, the rest of it was dope. All of it. Like, I really dug it. But holy shit, that was bad.
Yeah.
Like, that one I was like, fuck, come on.
Right.
And Danny McBride wrote this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I was
interesting.
I was a little bummed about that. There's a little kid in the movie that is very much Danny McBride's voice in the movie.
Okay.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Nice. Nice.
It was a good flick. Overall I really liked it. So, and
cool.
a good addition to the franchise.
Cool. As long as it adds something to it, they're usually pretty good like that. I think on that note, though, we're gonna put October to bed. It was a good month.
Yep.
The family, we did a lot of cool stuff. We had a good time trick or treating the other night. But now it's November, and I'm gonna have a little bit of a qualm with November, and especially the retail people out there in November. It's fucking November. November 1st, I don't need to see 27 different commercials about Christmas.
Oh my god.
Can't do it.
3 days before Halloween, I went looking for some stuff. Pumpkin carving kits for the boys.
Okay.
Everywhere I went was dismantling their Halloween display and putting up Christmas stuff 3 days before Halloween. Let it get to the goddamn holiday before you tear it down.
Yeah.
I don't care if you do it November 1st.
Yeah,
that's
go
fine.
for it. Take it all and put it on 50% off. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
but
care.
leave it. We start prepping for Halloween in August, and then cut it the week before the actual holiday, and then start in on Christmas.
Yeah.
We don't even celebrate holidays anymore. We just like to announce that they're fucking coming.
Yep.
Like, what
and then
is
collect
that?
whatever money we can off of them. And this is coming from somebody, I've talked about this before, Corey, you know this. I absolutely love Christmas. That whole time of year is my favorite by far. But this is November. Like, to me, a holiday Christmas traditionalist, I don't expect to see anything Christmas until Thanksgiving is over.
Oh, yeah.
That's just how it is for me. And I know that that's not the way of the world anymore. That's
and it's sad, though.
It is sad. Give each one, and even, like, Thanksgiving to me was always a boring holiday growing up. I love Thanksgiving now, because now that I'm older and fat, well, yeah, that just plays into it. But now that I'm older and things are spread out, like, my parents are in Florida, you know, I'm an only child, but my wife has got 2 brothers and a sister who I adore, and they're all over the place now. So Thanksgiving is usually that one time that we do all get back together, and we have a great day. And we don't think about anything other than just being together, and I appreciate that now. Because to me as a kid, I did love waking up in the morning. My mom always cooked a big spread, and turkey was in the oven at like 4 a.m., so I'm waking up to turkey and all that. But it was boring to me. I wanted Christmas, man. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
We're done with Thanksgiving. Let's focus on the presents. But now I appreciate that as the kickoff to Christmas.
Right.
And this year's a little bit harder because Thanksgiving is so fucking early this year, the 23rd.
Yeah.
So, like, for us, it was always tradition that we would start decorating for Christmas that weekend right after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Can't do that this year. I cannot be decorating my house on November 25th.
Right.
It's got to at least be December.
Right.
So, anyway, that was my rant. Like, or I think it was Thursday. I was watching something on TV, and all of a sudden, like, Walmart's just blasting commercials about, you know, Christmas shopping and their free 2-day shipping and all this shit. And I'm like, dude, really? Give it like 3 or 4 weeks, man.
I know, dude.
We're almost there.
We actually hit our meeting at work yesterday. We were talking about, like, we're already talking about Small Business Saturday.
Yeah.
Black Friday.
25th, support.
We have to be prepared.
Is that the 24th?
The 24th.
That's right. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I said Thanksgiving was the 23rd. It's actually the 22nd, even earlier.
No, you're right. The 23rd is Thursday. Black Friday is the 24th.
Okay.
And then Small Business Saturday is the 25th.
Okay.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, it's just super early this year. Yeah. But anyway, Small Business Saturday, support it. I don't care where you are, where you're listening to this. Small Business Saturday is such an important day. That's the Black Friday for small businesses.
You know, and the other thing, November is, you know, the raise awareness, No Shave November.
Yeah, or as we like to call it, Amateur Month.
That's what I was. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, no, honestly, it's a great cause. It's something that's really good. I know, like the NHL, this is their month. They do a lot of cancer awareness and stuff. But for us, every month is No Shave Month. You had to take yours off recently for that medical stuff you were going through.
Yeah, I had to trim it. It's coming back.
It's coming back very nicely, but it was not good when it was gone. I didn't like it.
You know what? Nobody did. Like, nobody's used to it.
Where's Corey? If I were to shave my face, my kids would never. Oh, yeah. Like, my 9-year-old has never seen me without a beard.
The first time, well, see, I didn't even shave it. I just trimmed it, and my son was like, "Look at your dumb head." So yeah, Cade thought that was hilarious. So, the best part was, so I got a tattoo yesterday.
Yeah, looks good.
I got a jack-o'-lantern tattoo, and it was so funny because I came home and it was bandaged up, and Kincaid's like, "What'd you do?" Because they're just used to Dad being injured and in the hospital. And I'm like, "Oh no, dude, I got a tattoo," and he's like, "Can I see it?" And I'm like, "No," because it was still too early, and I was like, "I'll show it to you in the morning." This is the first thing he said to me today.
Can I see it?
Yeah, can I see your tattoo?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. So I show it to him, and he goes, oh, "You got a jack-o'-lantern?" And he was like, "You got that because you carve pumpkins with us, right?" And I was like, "Yes,
absolutely,
sure,
absolutely."
And then he just puffs up, and he goes and tells his mom, and she comes up, and she was like, "That's what he needed, an ego boost."
Yep. That's awesome. That looks really good. Let's talk a little hockey.
So first thing I want to jump into with
we're 20
hockey,
minutes in, man.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, you guys got to deal with it. You know how we are.
Yeah. So Jonathan Quick. Is suffering a torn meniscus in his knee. He's pretty much out indefinitely.
Yeah, I heard this morning 4 to 6 is what they're calling it right now.
Yeah, it really could be a pretty abysmal season for the Kings.
Well, yeah, and I can back that up by saying they got beat at home by my Flyers last night, 5-2.
Oh, yeah.
And Campbell, the kid that they have in there as starting goalie, is doing all he can.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I watched a little bit of the game, and it's just L.A., dude, 7 points, man. They're last in the West. Who would have thunk it? I didn't. Going into the season, I gave them a lot of... And it was cool last night watching the game, and Don Knockbar is there with John Stevens. And I'm like, hey, I know that guy. That guy was in Spokane. I sat like 2 rows back from that guy.
That's awesome.
But yeah, they're not looking so great. The injuries this year have been pretty incredible. Austin Matthews is out 4 to 6, I believe. He's on IR right now. The Flyers have dealt with some injuries this year. Who else? Oh, Corey Schneider just came back recently for the Devils after doing a conditioning stint.
Well, how long was Stamkos out with the torn meniscus last year?
Last year wasn't as long as the year before when he missed like almost that whole season.
Yeah, it was like 65 games or something.
Yeah,
like
it was
that.
pretty
it was
ridiculous.
A lot.
Who else is out right now? I don't remember.
Last season, Shattenkirk was out.
Was it last year or the year before?
No, it was last year.
Oh, that's right, because the year before is when Washington picked him up.
Yep.
At the trade deadline, and they didn't get past Pittsburgh. So,
right.
Injuries have been no joke this year. I want to talk about. We can come back to that storyline.
For sure.
I want to talk about something that's very positive, something that's it's very close to home for me, something I'm very excited about. I can finally fucking say Razzie Watch 2018 is over.
Done.
And nobody
Dunzo
can throw a fit about it because it is done. And congrats to the big man. There was some uncertainty there for a week or so with what was going to happen. After their game on Sunday, which was his 9th game, which I believe they won. Yep. I think it was against Florida. They won that game. Monday morning, I'm watching Blashill's press conference, and somebody asked him about Rasmussen, and Blashill didn't even blink an eye. He said, "We're going to try him back at center again. We're going to see, how he plays at that position."
Yep.
Didn't say, well, we're still considering our options with him. They said what they're going to do. What happens the next night? He plays in Game 10, which says, boom, motherfuckers, I'm in the big game for a long time, and gets goal number 1. In Game 10, goal number 1. He's now an NHL player.
Yep.
2 nights later, goal number 2.
Right.
Detroit's now on a 3-game win streak.
Dude, he's killing it.
Yeah.
He's killing it. So I'm looking forward to, picking up a
Razzie jersey.
A number 17 or 27. 27.
Man, but seriously, all joking frustration aside, congrats, man. It's just last night he scored on the power play in a vintage Razzie goal right in front of the net, picks up the rebound and flicks it over, and he showed emotion after he scored, which was so cool. But anyway, big congrats to him. Some really weird games last night that I watched. Montreal and the Capitals. Montreal set a record last night for the fastest 2 goals ever in the National Hockey League.
Really?
2 goals in 2 seconds.
Oh.
Yeah. And when I heard the headline, I'm like, how the hell does that happen?
How does that work?
So it was tied. I believe it was tied 4-4. 25 seconds left in the game. And what's the guy's name? Their first-round pick for Montreal. Kasper Kiniemi, the guy from Finland.
I think you said that right.
Jesper something. Anyway, he goes down, scores the game winner, 5-4, with like 23 seconds left. So then Washington pulls the goalie. So on the ensuing face-off,
holy
there he is.
Shit.
Dude, somebody just came back from the dead. Kyle is here.
It's all right, I'm here.
Our Band-Aid has returned.
Hold on, let me give you some volume here. Which one are you again, Katie?
Yeah.
There's Katie. Welcome, Katie.
Triumphant return from the Trivium tour.
Let's take it from the top.
Okay, take two. So anyway, off the ensuing face-off, empty net goal. That's it. Just won the face-off and put it in. But yeah, fastest 2 goals ever in the NHL were scored last night.
Yeah, I saw that by Montreal.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Super.
Can you
crazy.
hear?
Yeah. No, I was making sure this was on the right.
Sorry, everybody. Kyle's fashionably late today, which is okay because he's been gallivanting the whole Northwest here. How was your trip?
Bonkers.
Completely
nuts. It's been incredible.
Good.
And it's not done. I leave tomorrow morning for Berkeley. So
I was going to say, aren't you flying out
Yeah.
down there for a couple days?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to go down, see their last show of the tour in Berkeley. And I've never been to California, so this is
crazy to me.
This week is all kinds of firsts.
Yeah.
How was Spokane?
Oh man, that was Knitting Factory. That was
Yeah.
that was awesome. That was a really good show.
That's
like
my
that.
favorite place to see shows.
I like their
in
setup
the
there.
world. Yeah.
I really liked it. I really liked the ballroom in Portland. Because
Crystal
that,
Ballroom?
yeah, the McMinimans or whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that place was cool, and like the floor was like super bouncy too.
Yeah.
So, like when people started jumping, it really like felt like a fucking trampoline.
I didn't realize Avatar was opening on the tour, and those guys are
Light
great.
the Torch, Avatar are opening,
man.
and then Johannes from Avatar and Howard Jones are filling in for Matt Hafey while he's gone.
Howard Jones.
Howard Jones
Yeah.
is the man.
Dude,
Yeah. We'll get back to hockey in a minute, just so you know.
Sorry.
So
No, you're
very
fine.
very few times have I'm not a jealous man. I trust my wife implicitly. I trust my wife to 100% fuck Howard Jones if given the opportunity.
I didn't realize he was like almost 50.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been around. He is like truly a veteran in the metal world.
Yeah.
We went and saw Killswitch when he was with them.
Wish I would have seen that. Man.
And
Yeah,
oh
I saw
my
him. I
God,
saw him back in 2009 at
Yeah.
Mayhem Fest.
so good. I
Amazing.
What's the other band he's in
He's
now?
it's called Light the Torch. Light the Torch is the name of the band that he's currently in. It
Oh,
used to be called Devil You Know. I don't know
Devil
why.
You Know,
I don't
that's who I was trying
it's
to
the same
think of.
band. It's the same band, but I don't know why they changed
Mouse
the
Rat
name.
Rat Mouse. I'm tracking.
Yeah. Well, they're phenomenal. I highly. I'll show you some of their stuff after.
Yeah.
After this,
So Devil You Know, I have their first record,
yeah.
but I didn't realize they'd changed.
I don't know why they did.
I don't get to follow a lot of stuff the way I used to, but man, I love that man's voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. He's
My first being shown Killswitch Engage was at the end of the Resident Evil, where they played End of Heartache.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Back in what 03 or 04 or something like that, and I fell in love with them. It reminded me because I was a big Seven Dust fan.
Yeah.
Big. I got to see them live once in Virginia with LeJean, their singer, and I mean that guy was just incredible.
Oh yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Big black guy, long dreads, singing metal, and it was awesome. But when I found Killswitch, I'm like, oh man, these
Dude,
guys are awesome.
the Seven Dust did that really, really cool song on the Lynn, the dude from Snot, the tribute to him.
Oh shit.
Lynn,
The dude from Snot.
It's been so long since I've even heard that band.
I'm for some reason I was thinking Slipknot there. Yeah, the guy that died in the car crash with his dog.
with his dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. They did a tribute album to him, and Seven Dust had a song on that.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
It
that's
was
awesome.
just stellar.
I actually just listened to that album, that Snot album, a couple weeks ago. It's a
Well,
great
it was so the tribute album was the album they were working on that he was going to record vocals for
Okay.
when he died.
Yeah,
And so they had all the music tracks cut.
yeah.
And so they got the dude from Seven Dust.
LeJean, I think is this
Yeah.
how you say it?
Corey Taylor came in. One of the dudes from Head PE was there.
Did you see the new Slipknot?
Oh, I haven't seen the video, but I heard the song.
Oh, it's so
I was driving
good.
from.
It is really fucking good.
I heard the video was pretty cool.
It was really cool. It was definitely Clown. I mean, Clown's been doing all their stuff
Yeah.
recently. And you know when they dropped The Devil and I a couple years ago for that
so
album?
I saw that music video, and I was disturbed by it. Like,
Yeah.
I was like
Yeah.
uncomfortable. I mean, it was really well done,
this
and
will
I
do
was
that.
just like, this was gruesome.
Yeah.
This was bad.
Yeah.
and I love it.
There is that song is a return to form for them.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
like, totally
screams.
was.
It screams Iowa.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just.
But how long did it take them? You know, I mean, after Paul died, it took them forever to come back together and to write. And that was the first time they'd ever written without Paul.
Didn't they? They did the last chapter 5 or whatever.
That's what
that
I'm
was it.
talking about.
Yeah,
Aren't
great
you
chapter.
talking about The Devil and I as a return to Iowa? Or are you
Yeah.
talking about
No,
the
the
new
new
song?
one.
Oh,
The new song is, in my opinion, is a
Sure.
return to.
It was
I mean,
great.
5 is good.
yeah.
It
It was different.
yeah.
I liked the first 3 or 4 tracks on it. You know, I like that opening with you hear Clown's voice in the background. This song's not for the living, it's for the dead. And then Corey
Yeah.
kind of spills his emotions there, and
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
then it kicks in for a couple of songs. After The Devil and I, it kind of drowned off, in my opinion. It kind of fell off after that song. But
No, you're
Iowa,
absolutely right.
Iowa, you can't go wrong with Iowa,
Yeah.
man. The only thing you can go wrong with Slipknot is what was the one? All Hope Is Gone.
Yeah. Oh God, I hate that record.
It's so
Psycho Circus or whatever it is.
So bad.
I liked it. That was good.
See,
It came out. So like, I have a really like interesting attachment to albums that came out while I was in Iraq. And for me,
That makes sense.
It was All Hope Is Gone came out. Metallica's Death Magnetic came out. And then Trivium's Shogun came out while I was in Iraq. So I hold those albums like really close to me because that was kind of like what brought me home a little, and gave me a sense of like connection back to the U.S. So it was I hold those albums really close.
no, I get that.
Yeah.
So for me, like Iowa dropped on September 11th, 2001, and
Did it really?
So did God
Yeah.
Hates Us All by Slayer.
Yeah.
So did a POD album drop that day as well
and Toxicity by System of a Down.
on September 11th.
All came out September 11th.
Wow.
And sales were stagnant the first week.
I went out and bought music that day.
Did you?
Oh yeah, I was out and about that afternoon, man.
I bought the Slayer album.
That like okay, so like, well, 1 month later, my birthday, October 11th. My daughter was 4, I want to say at the time, and she was like, "Daddy, what do you want for your birthday?" And we were at Target, and I reached up and I grabbed Iowa, and I handed it to her, and I handed her $20, and I said, "This is what I want. Just go pay for it." Because I wanted to see if they'd sell it to a 4-year-old kid who was by herself. And sure as shit, they did. So anyway, I went to...
Not even like minding the fact that a 4-year-old's just walking around the store. I want this, please.
Yeah, here's...
For real.
Here's... Can I
How'd you
get
get
the
$20,
album?
4-year-old?
I just want to listen to people equal shit. And so she gets the album. Either which way, my wife and I separated shortly after that. And my first wife, I need to amend that.
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
wife who I've been with for a long time, and
Yes.
she's wonderful, and I'm not talking about her. So anyway, my
You're
first
safe,
wife,
Snow.
my first wife and I broke up right after that, and that album is what got me through that.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I would wake up and roll over and push play and hear Corey scream, "I want to slit your throat and fuck the wound."
Yep.
And I was like, somebody else who's as unhappy as I am.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So welcome
hey,
home
Hi.
for the day. For the day.
For the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got back yesterday morning at like 4.
Mm-hmm.
I slept for a couple hours and then went to class.
oh my god,
That's
Luckily-
dedication.
Luckily, I feel bad because like the second half of my day is the same instructor, but he's fighting a tumor right now.
Is he doing better? Because I know you've been talking about that for a while.
He's canceled probably more classes than we've had.
Wow.
So I hope he's getting it taken care of, and I hope he's feeling better soon.
Yeah.
It's been tough trying to like stay focused in those classes because we're just never there. So,
Yeah.
But I it's not his fault, and I hope he gets better. But I got to go home and take a nap. So I
Cool.
desperately needed it. Like
Cool.
I feel pretty good today, but I'm still kind of
shocked the
recovering.
hell out of me when you came upstairs.
Well, he had texted me
Oh,
when you were
Oh,
talking
he
earlier.
didn't know.
He didn't know. Well, I didn't know you were because I knew you had that appointment. So
Yeah.
So what we covered with hockey was Razzie Watch is over.
Yep.
It is.
I was actually
over.
I was surprised.
I was too. I think. Well, when you put that comment in there in the Slack channel Monday about how you I think he's going to stay. I was surprised because they had scratched Razzie again since the last time we talked.
Yeah.
They scratched him for another game.
yeah.
And then they put him in game 9 last Sunday. And I'm like, well, he didn't do a whole lot. Got a little more ice time. He was up to like 14 minutes that night.
Yep.
But then I saw Blashill's press conference that Monday morning.
Yes.
And he didn't, it was not like, well, we're still evaluating. It was, we're moving him back to center. He'll be playing there Tuesday.
Yeah. It was confusing for a bit, and then, but I kind of had the feeling that they were planning on keeping him.
And 2 straight
game
games,
10,
2 straight goals.
Game 10, he had his first goal, got another goal
Last night.
against
Yep.
New Jersey, and
Yep.
then he's on the second line.
I know. That's the other thing too. I said to my wife, I was like, well, a couple things happen in the NHL. You get to game 9, you're either going to go home or you're going to get moved up to the second line and score your first goal.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, it's really cool to see though. Like,
Yeah. Big congrats to him.
Did you see the Red Wings Instagram story though? Razzie was sitting there. He was with a couple other guys that had a couple of first occasions that night, and he had his puck, and he was just kind of and they were like, "Smile, Razzie," and he just he does like the white guy like kind of like straight smile.
Well, the celebration after he scored the first one, there was nothing.
Yeah.
And he skates over to the circle, just like, good job. Thanks, guys. Thanks. At least last night we got a little fist pump out of him on that.
That
one.
was a cool silly. Like I was like, all right, there we go.
Yep.
Now he's getting into the groove.
He's got a long career ahead of him. And hey, guys, Detroit's on a 3-game win streak, man.
I did not expect that.
I
think they're. No. I'm not going to say they're gaining momentum, but
they are
definitely helps.
Momentum
them.
and confidence.
That's true. Yeah,
but he is a boost to their confidence. I think 100%.
I think so.
Sure. Well, absolutely, and the fact that now his confidence is up.
Yeah.
I mean, people that don't understand the game, and I'm not saying that as like some sort of gatekeeper thing, but if you don't understand the game, confidence is such a huge part of it because the game moves so fast. Well, you've got to be confident in what you're doing out there.
Here's what Razzie brings to the table, to be honest with you, for the Red Wings, and that's he has the ability to keep the puck.
Oh yeah, his puck possession skills are incredible,
and that's something that the rest of the team was kind of lacking, at least for the beginning of the season. And I think that he's going to lead by example with that for a while. And if we can, I say we because I'm a fan, but if we can capitalize on that, then there may be something there and make it not quite as abysmal as it has been.
Yeah. I'm going to play devil's advocate, though, and say that Razzie doesn't necessarily have the ability to keep the puck. It's just nobody has the ability to take the puck away from him just because of his strength and being able just to put that long reach out.
Reach and
you remember watching him along the boards here and try. Yeah. All he had to do was hold the puck out here and keep the body behind him.
Yeah.
And nobody could get to it. You're right, though.
6'6".
6'6", 220 is what he's listed at. So you're right, though. I mean, he does have really good puck possession skills.
But with him and Dylan Larkin together, like I think,
Larkin's come alive again.
Yeah,
not that he was ever really asleep. He was the one.
I'd say he was asleep.
but I think those two
the score sheet a lot
other,
the last few games.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think those two around each other will just be a positive.
Yeah,
I'm hoping. Yeah, I'm hoping that like this was like just a constant like. Musical chairs at the lines trying to figure out who needs to go where, and I think they're starting to kind of like get the puzzle pieces in place. So I think
it's working.
Yeah, I think so, and whatever they're doing right now, I think is absolutely great for the team. So honestly, I was like, I was scared. I was like, if they lose another fucking game, Blashill's probably gone. Like.
On the flip side, though, I was kind of hoping the Flyers would have lost another game so that Hackstall would have been gone because that guy shows no emotion at all. But now they've won 2 straight, so it's like, come on, just lose a few. But anyway,
I'm sad to see that like Vegas isn't doing much of anything right now.
And okay, so you as our Vegas expert, what's going on with them? The team is the same team as it was last year.
I don't know, like.
Is it just a hangover that they're on right now?
I would say so, and maybe it'll take a little while to kind of shake that off because I'm looking at that last night. They put up more shots than St. Louis, and still just fell short. So I think it's. St. Louis is a good team, so that's undoubtedly. But they got the Hurricanes on Saturday.
Oh, that'll be a good one.
So that will be a good one because
Carolina, man, holy shit, they're doing well this year.
I'm enjoying watching them being successful because I lived in North Carolina I'm not going to say I'm a Canes fan, but I lived in North Carolina for a bit. And I went to a few games.
But I've been by there many times, man. I was 3 hours away from Raleigh, so
yeah, and I got a couple Canes jerseys and whatnot because I was there. I was like, well, if I'm in the home area, I better get the jersey. So, but it sucks seeing a team like suck for so long.
Yeah, and not have a fan base that's rabid and will support them no matter what.
Yeah,
because when they were losing, the fans were going away.
Because you don't like seeing teams have to relocate or anything like that. It's not fun in any situation.
No.
Like I'm glad they've kind of re-engaged the talks in Calgary because I'd really hate to see the Flames leave.
Yeah, what was it too? I think after the whole Seattle,
it was a negotiation with the building,
right, and the city and the ownership were just at odds about everything. But then after the whole successful Seattle thing happened, they're like, okay, maybe we need to get our shit together because
now we can lose them. Like it's it's a reality. Yeah,
I've been around some teams that I think they just kind of feel like they just deserve whatever they get. They don't really have to work for it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how it felt in Calgary. Well, it's the Flames. We're not going anywhere. let's talk to the Quebec City people about that and the old Winnipeg, when Winnipeg first left and all that stuff. So
yeah, like
Quebec.
Quebec. I was reading a story last year about. I'm fucking with stuff on the desk here.
What are you playing with? Oh, the lights.
It's got the candles.
Little candles. I just keep finding them. I'm like, I'll turn it on. Why not? I read a story last year about Buffalo, and I don't think it was last year. I think it was probably longer than that because Evander Kane was still there.
Yeah.
How he had
We'll
mentioned.
talk Evander Kane in a second, too.
I'm surprised we haven't touched on that.
I forgot until you said it.
Yeah. So, and it's funny, too, because I have friends that are like, I really like Evander Kane. He's a great player. Da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, he's a great player, but the only thing I really give him credit for is knocking Matt Cook the fuck out. That's about it. The guy, he's got a really far out, extravagant lifestyle outside of hockey, and it doesn't really set a good example, in my opinion. But that's just me. I know that the guys are partiers, but he flaunts it on social media more. When you're. Anyway, I won't go there. But
ignoring the gentleman aspect.
Absolutely. He was definitely not the violent gentleman kind of persona. But anyway, he's violent. But
yeah.
Anyway, he had mentioned that the locker room in Buffalo was just a culture of losing. They were just content with the situation they were in.
Yeah.
They were just playing hockey, getting paid, and calling it a day. It didn't matter whether they won or lost. They were just we show up. We play a game, win or lose, we just
collect
go home
a
and get paid
paycheck.
anyway. Yeah. Which just sucks because I could see how something like that could fall into that mentality where, I'm not 100% sure that it was Evander Kane that said it, but I think it was. But I could see how easy it is to fall into that. You get used to losing because you just get run over all the time, and
yeah,
you just
kind of like the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. So it sucks to see, but
the movie. Sorry, I need to make that clear. Not the movie, the first movie when they're on the ice and they say you just get used to it after a while.
Yeah, and I imagine that's the case with all sports. And if you're just having a struggling time period in your team's tenure, I guess, then it'll happen. So.
Yeah. Kane. Evander Kane, I saw a thing, Bar Down Sports used to do these little short, almost like lifestyle of the rich and famous athletes sort of show. Mm-hmm. And one of them was with Kane because he made his home in Vegas for quite a while on the off season.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And one of the host, this blonde girl, went and interviewed him, and the whole time it was just I'm rich, I can throw money off the balcony, get whoever I want. Hey, I'm going to try to get in your pants sort of thing. And I kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. And then I turned because I felt like maybe the guy was just being kind of bullied. And hear me out, because Dustin Byfuglien did not like Evander Kane at all.
Right.
And it made it very clear when he was in Winnipeg. Mm-hmm. There's that famous picture of Kane trying to high five him and Byfuglien's just flicking him off. He's just middle finger to Kane. You suck. Show up on time. Come to practice on time, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel okay, if locker room stuff is starting to spill out into the open, it might be pretty bad, and maybe it's not all Kane's fault. Then he went to Buffalo, and it felt like he kind of found a new home there because he said they accepted him.
Yeah.
And then it went south really quick. And then he goes to San Jose, where he seems to have fit in pretty well. Okay, so I figure things are kind of calming down. Well, then I'm scrolling through Instagram the other day. And I see a picture of Evander Kane on Complete Hockey News Official with this headline. A woman going under the alias Jane Doe is suing San Jose Sharks forward Evander Kane for $6 million after she aborted 3 pregnancies in 3 years, per TMZ. Kane allegedly first got the girl pregnant in 2016, and they both agreed abortion was the best option. Then she got pregnant again in 2017, and Kane convinced her abortion was the best option to protect his career and his relationship with his official girlfriend. Finally, she got pregnant earlier this year, but did not want to go through another abortion. Kane offered her $3 million to go through with it, and then refused to make the payment. That was the headline that Complete Hockey News Official. Now, here's what I will not do. We're not going to do the court of public opinion here because all the facts are not out. Right. This could simply be somebody who's pissed off and wants money, i.e. Patrick Kane a few years ago. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But it's an interesting thing that it's a very specific story, in my opinion. It's not just oh, he raped me.
Yeah. It's got a lot of details, but it could go either way. And
It raised an eyebrow for sure.
No matter what happens or what did happen, I just think Evander Kane's an asshole.
A
genuine ass person.
You're not wrong.
He's definitely done well in San Jose. He's fit in that system better as a hockey player. But then they did a behind the scenes thing before the season started with Kane, like a 10-minute documentary of him back home and all this stuff. Seemed legit, hanging out with his dad, all that stuff. But it's like, once again, you don't really know somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then shit like that comes
it just looks like money just gets to his head real easy, and the rock star status of being...
He's bought hook, line, and sinker into that.
Yeah.
Another black eye against the league. Slava Voinov applied for reinstatement into the NHL.
Ooh, I did see that. I didn't read too much into it.
I didn't either.
This week's been hectic, so...
Sure. I didn't read a whole lot into it. I know for me, if I'm Gary Bettman... I just don't even think about it. I'm all for second chances.
Remind me what he did.
He was the one that beat his wife or his girlfriend or something, and then ended up getting deported. And,
fuck that guy.
And a ban in the league and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, I think he was a Kings player or something. But yeah, he just recently applied for reinstatement into the NHL. I don't even listen to the argument if I'm Gary Bettman.
Yeah, I'd tell him to go pound sand. Fuck that guy.
Yep, there's no place for it at all. So I thought that was an interesting one. What else is trying to think of the other headlines that came through this week? For local hockey, the Tri-City team here is on a roll, 5 in a row. They've won. They're looking good. Where are they? Oh, they're in Everett tonight. That'll be a good game because if they win, then they're back into first place. But the WHL's been interesting this year. Fucking Prince Albert Raiders, 16-1 now.
Holy shit!
Wow.
And the Swift Current Broncos, who won the league last year, are 1-16.
Yeah,
now?
I knew they were doing trash.
That's the thing that I find kind of interesting about the WHL is like any year can be different. Yep. Like the team that you have one year can look shades different than the next year, and that makes a huge impact a lot of the time.
I think that's why it's fun to watch, though. There's never going to be never a dynasty unless you're Portland and you're cheating. Oh, I said it.
Oh, what happened?
Oh, you don't know about the Portland Winterhawks thing that happened a few years ago?
No.
We'll talk off air about it.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Okay, we'll talk on air about it. So, Mike Johnston.
You know we're not going to get an email.
Well, no, yeah.
Just
well, we might.
We've
got a few Winterhawks fans that like to listen. Guys, don't go away.
No hate. No hate.
You know this happened, and we're going to talk about it. So Portland.
I love the city of Portland.
I love the city of Portland, and I like the Winterhawks organization. To be honest, I think that's one of those teams that has been consistently good for a while. They went through their time.
Change the jersey, and I'll be fine. I'll get over it.
They were
I'll get to that in a second.
caught giving favors to players to draw them in, giving them free stuff, which you can't do. It's almost like NCAA.
Blue chips.
Like you can't pull people in that way. They were paying something. I don't remember the full story, but what happened was they lost their first round pick for like 3 or 4 straight years. Mm-hmm. Mike Johnston, something happened with him. Oh, he got suspended for a year. Mike Johnston was suspended for a year, which was funny because then their assistant coach took Portland all the way to win the WHL championship without Mike Johnston there, which I thought was interesting. The full story's never been released. In Portland, people inside Portland don't even like to admit that anything happened. Like if you bring it up, they'll just kind of slam the door in your face sort of thing.
Interesting.
Portland was caught doing some things they weren't supposed to do. And they're still a good team. I think the Winterhawks are one of the top in the WHL as far as the culture and knowing how to get done. I was super happy when Mike Johnston got fired in Pittsburgh, because it was Mike Johnston. He went to Pittsburgh. He was a Winterhawks coach, and he had to come back to the WHL. But at this level of hockey, he does really well.
That's good.
They know how to do it. Yeah. So, trying to think who else is.
It's funny too because some coaches actually prefer. There's different. Obviously, the WHL and like all the other leagues that are about this level, like junior level, they are obviously shades different than like the NHL. But some coaches actually prefer coaching in the WHL or other junior leagues because they enjoy the developmental aspect of hockey. They like kind of getting these guys ready for the NHL.
Yeah,
and seeing them go off to the NHL is like where they take a lot of pride. So
yeah.
I like that. I think who was Constantine was like that.
Yeah.
Constantine.
when he was in Everett. He was really good with that. Where did he end up though?
He was in. I don't know where he is now, but
Yeah, I don't remember.
he coached Pittsburgh Penguins for a bit.
Constant. Oh, that's right. Then he came because he was in Everett up until 2 years ago.
Yeah. I think this is his second season not coaching. Everett.
Yeah, because this is Dennis Williams' second season. He won Coach of the Year last year.
Yep.
Which he did really well.
Yeah, I agree.
and he came from another junior. I believe he was like junior A somewhere or something like that when he came up. But yeah, there's some coaches that do really well at this level. Buckberger has looked really good at this level, getting this team to gel to make up for the lack, and not even lack, but loss of high-end talent. There's still some great talent, high-end talent on that team, but they're gelling really well as a team right now. I watched that Seattle game, the last home game we had. You probably don't remember that game, but
Nah.
no, but they looked really good. I mean, and one of the things I'm noticing too, what I think makes a good championship team, or a team that's got a really good chance, is a team that can get down early and fight back. Because the teams that don't do really well are the ones that you're down 2-0, 3-0, game over. You know, I've seen it 2 or 3 times in the last couple of weeks. Well, prime example, Seattle. They were down 2-0. They come back and win 4-2. Last week in Spokane, they're down 2, and Spokane is a great team.
Right. Oh, of course.
And Tri-Cities in Spokane down 2-0, and they win 5-3. Tri-Cities in Prince George, they're down 2-0. They win 5-4, 4-3 in the shootout. Oh yeah, and that right there, that'll take you a long way.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to watch. What else is going on in the hockey world?
Yeah, I was going to address the jersey thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know why they have that jersey and like the Blackhawks logo.
Yeah.
But it confuses me every time I watch them, and I always call them Chicago.
Yeah.
Like every time Portland's in town, I'm like, oh, Chicago scored.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You know, it's like, I get it. They've had it for a long time.
Because Chicago gave it to them.
And because Chicago gave it to them. And then we also have the Blue Jackets jersey template.
Yeah.
And there's other teams that have.
The Broncos, the Humboldt Broncos are called the Broncos because the Swift Current Broncos helped them get started years ago. So that's why that's why Humboldt's called
that. That's awesome.
Yep. Which big shout out, Swift Current's doing a big Humboldt night here soon.
Yeah.
Which did you see the logo and stuff they put together for it? It looked really good. I think just go onto their Instagram page, Swift Current Broncos Instagram page, and they have it. But it looks really good. They're really honoring that team. And once again, Swift Current's pretty close to Humboldt anyway. They're all in Saskatchewan. So I just thought that was really cool.
You got me looking for their Instagram.
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
There it is. So, but that's my beef, is not so much that they have it. It's just I hate Chicago so fucking much that it bleeds over. And it's Cascadia hockey. We root for everybody in the Northwest.
Absolutely.
We are 100% of the North, and that's our gig, right? I fucking hate that jersey, man. And it makes me hate the team. And so it's just one of those things. Hi, Ian. So it's one of those things that it's just like it drives me up a wall to watch them play.
Yeah.
You know?
They're fun, though.
Yeah.
They're fun.
Yeah.
I like it. I like the rivalry there. I just think it's great. I think it's Portland's such a hippie town. Portland.
They're very passionate about that team.
They are very passionate about hockey, man. So
Portland's passionate about everything Portland does. That's the
true.
beauty of that town. Yeah.
But if you know the heart and soul of Portland, you wouldn't necessarily equate that to be a hockey town.
No, true.
You wouldn't.
True. But I mean, honestly, I am a Portland Timbers fan.
Right.
From MLS, and those guys are psychotic.
Oh, absolutely. But what you said is very true. It's like whatever is theirs is theirs.
Yep.
And they hold very tight to it. You just wouldn't think that would be theirs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not
I
a big
agree.
sports town.
But there it is. There it is. And that's what we're trying to do. Mm-hmm. We're trying to tap into the fact that Portland is an artsy town. It's a foodie town. Mm-hmm. When you think of them, like maybe the Trailblazers pop to mind,
That's about all that pops to mind when I think sports.
Right.
In Portland.
But the Timbers fans are fanatical. And then the Winterhawks fans are too. Mm-hmm. Portland is a town of obsessiveness. It's a town that obsessiveness built.
That's a good word for it.
And Nike's out of there. There's it's a community that is sports oriented.
Yeah.
But they take their indoor sports very fucking seriously.
Because like Seattle and Vancouver, they have to.
It just rains
You
continuously.
have to. Yep.
Yeah. And so like I said, man, I love that community. I love that town. My daughter recently become a resident down there. Like Portland is my jam. I love that place.
Yep.
So, but we're trying to cultivate that.
Yeah.
Like across anything, but that just proves that you don't have to be a jockish person, a sports person to be into the sport of hockey.
Right.
It goes. I've often said it's the nerdiest sport. It's not. Baseball's the nerdiest sport, and that's fine.
Congrats to the Boston Red Sox, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Sure. I think they won the Sporting World Baseball Championship thing.
I don't know why they can't call it the World Series until they start playing Japanese teams.
I've always had that problem too.
That'd be fucking cool.
It would be fucking cool.
Well, that's because you would have some real competition from Japanese teams. You really would. I'm with you though. You can't call it the World Series.
I lived in Korea for 2 years, and they are definitely passionate about baseball. Like it was really like I didn't get to go to any games, but like they fill stadiums every night.
Yep.
The teams are like. I mean, they have a lot of baseball teams within Korea.
Yep.
I don't know what their league has, but
Japan's the same way.
Yeah. Korea, Japan, China, like they love baseball.
They're legit. So anyway, I just love Boston, so I'm glad Boston won the World Series. So
yeah, that's awesome.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but Portland, we're going to come for you here soon. We'll be over there sometime this year.
Are they next on the agenda for Seattle?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Can't really talk about that. No, I'm just playing. I don't know what we're going to do yet. As far as the next, we got to get these out first. By the way,
I've been eyeballing that ever since I sat down.
And I wish I would have known you were going to be here. I brought him a shirt, so I'll get you next time I see you. I know you said you had an appointment, so it's like, okay, he's not here. He's not going to be there. But yes,
I could have wore it in California.
I just walk out.
No, you're
good.
Good.
Finally came. Oh, that's right. You're going to Cali. Anyway, we'll talk off air about that. But anyway, so the Tri-City shirts are in. We're putting the money, our money where our mouth is. Now, all the orders you guys place too, we're also going to throw in the support local hockey stickers because I think that's a big part of everything. That movement is still. Think about like the Big Bang hasn't quite happened yet. Everything's out there in the universe, but we're trying to pull it in and make the full plan of what we want to do with it. But we've had a lot of positive feedback about just support local hockey. So anyway,
I like that analogy too, because now I'm thinking like, what else can we do? Like the next set that comes in, we're like, all right, now we have a Death Star and we're going to destroy a planet.
Yes.
So here's some more shirts.
Well, I guess if we're going to do the Death Star, it needs to be Portland then, right? Because they're the ones that are always destroying planets in this league. So.
Oh,
it's been Everett lately, but anyway. No, I'm excited about that. What else were we going with that? It's November.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving's in 20 days.
Lots of good hockey coming up.
Lots of good hockey. That's just everything now.
Yeah,
like there's anywhere I turn, whatever I do, there's always something.
I am one thing that I think I didn't expect was I started doing a. I think I mentioned it before. I started doing a fantasy hockey league.
Yeah,
and I beat Tim. That was important. I beat Tim last week. But it also kind of forces me to not just look into hockey more, because sometimes like during the season I kind of fall off from it and I just kind of like check scores and that's about it.
Sure.
I try to watch as many games as I can. Like I'll if there's a game on, I'll put it on in the background. Like doesn't matter what team it is. I just like having hockey around.
Yeah.
But like playing this fantasy league, and yes, fantasy sports is D&D for athletes.
Absolutely.
And sports fans. So don't fucking. The word fantasy is in it. All right. The word fantasy is in it. Don't. Anyway.
Just back off, man. Okay.
But it kind of gets me to engage a little bit more and keep track of other players, like around the league. Like I've got Malkin on my team. And I never realized how much that guy produces every night. Oh, like it is unreal. Like I'm not a Pittsburgh Penguins fan by any means, but
he's good.
He is fantastic.
He's
like
a beast.
He's like one of my big like point getters. If you don't know how it works, like we do like a week to week, kind of like match up against another person in our league,
right? And
they count points for every player based on their stats.
Yeah.
And for goalies, I think it's like you get a point for every save, and then every goal allowed, it like deducts some of those points. So, and then whoever has the most points at the end of the week, wins that game, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, it's fun. I kind of enjoy it. Just, there's not a whole lot you can do to really influence yourself to win other than make sure your lines are set up. But
sure.
on a night where everyone's playing, it's not hard.
Sure.
You just got to kind of figure who's doing better and kind of predict. Because I've got 3 goalies, and my lowest rated goalie is actually Carey Price.
Oh wow.
I've got Hellebuck and Bishop. Somehow they have them rated a little higher.
Solid
but Carey's been doing great.
Oh yeah.
He kind of started off a little rough, probably because he had the flu, But he had his shutout the other night that
not enough bananas.
He needs more. Carey, eat a banana. And
Potassium.
As you grab the
Potassium.
banana trophy.
Yeah.
It's all about potassium.
Yeah, so I think it's kind of fun. Like I imagine though that I'll probably get like bored with checking it every day and just it'll fall off from the things I do in my daily routine. But it's still kind of fun to kind of check in and just kind of follow some other players a little bit more and see how they're.
I kind of wish we would have got in on it earlier.
We
Like,
will next year.
floated the
That's
idea.
still on you.
And I wasn't
That's
planning
on you.
I
It's
wasn't
my fault.
I wasn't planning on doing it. It was just like a last minute thing. My buddy Tim was like, "Hey man, we're starting. Like draft us Monday. You in?" I'm like,
Sure.
Fuck,
yeah,
I guess
I'm there.
All right.
Let's do it.
So it's been fun though. It's been cool to kind of see how it works. So next year we got this.
Yeah, Buried Puck will have or Cascadia Hockey, whichever brand we choose to go with, will support that. Have a league.
Cascadia Puck Buried.
Bury the Cascadia Puck of hockey
Of hockey.
on a podcast.
Allegedly.
Gritty watch.
The Bruins of Boston.
Oh, that's our new watch.
Gritty watch.
We just
Man,
no,
do you
we,
see-
no, no. We just there's nothing that is really happening. Like
We'll have a 10-minute talk
particular?
about Gritty.
Yeah.
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 But like I think we just need to have a Gritty watch at all times because that fucker needs to be watched.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, he does.
You ready for
we
this?
need to keep an eye on him.
Dude,
You got this. You got a story?
New York Times.
Yeah.
This excites me.
He made the New York Times. This is the headline. Gritty's first month, the heroic ascendance of a ghastly, empty-eyed Muppet.
That was the headline.
Yeah.
Did it tear him apart or did it build him up?
It talks about how everybody was like, "What the fuck is that? Kill it with fire!" And then they were like, "No, wait,
He's awesome.
He's kind of rad." And then, no, wait, he really, truly, kind of embodies the blue collar, fuck the man aesthetic that Philadelphia goes for.
I eat up Gritty content.
Yeah.
It is just so delicious.
But these are the things they said about him initially. These are statements that were floated out by official press venues, not tweets. He was referred to as a fuzzy eldritch horror. The ghastly, empty-eyed Muppet with a Delco beard. And my personal favorite, a shaggy orange Wookiee-esque grotesquerie that honors the spirit and passion of the city of Philadelphia and therefore the entire country. Fuck yes, Gritty.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
So did you guys see his Twitter page on Halloween Day?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It starts with, "I'm freaking out right now." Then it goes to, "This whole day is nuts, orange everywhere. These grifties think they can just steal my look? It ain't me. Do these grifties have squeaky hands? Both hands? Check those fuzzy paws reaching into your candy buckets. No squeak? It not me." Height is also crucial. The top of this noggin scratch is 7 foot, so if that Gritty just fits right on through your door, you know it's not me.
Oh my goodness.
Take a deep look into those eyes. Only fixed in one direction. No movement at all. Offensive. Also not me. And that was because, did you see everybody that was Gritty for Halloween? It was everywhere.
There's a ton of them.
I still love that picture.
I typed in Gritty in the search so I could pull up his Instagram, and there's already like a ton of like fake accounts, like fan accounts, and it's nuts. Yeah, I think he's fantastic.
I love the picture, the one I put on Slack the other day. Gritty's 1 month birthday. He was born at 9 pounds, 5,136 ounces.
Yes.
That one made me laugh.
That's so good.
Gritty, we love you. Stay real.
That's tremendous. I was excited to see him on the New York Times front page. That was pretty
awesome.
impressive.
Pretty awesome. All right, boys, we should probably get ready to wrap this up.
I just got here.
I know.
Just kidding.
What's everybody got going on? You're flying to California for the first time tomorrow, down to Berkeley.
Yeah.
Berkeley.
It's gonna be nuts. I am
last show.
Last show of the Trivium Tour. Watching
is Matt back for that one, or is he done for the show?
No, he's done for the trip. He's got a lot going on at home.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to bring everyone down here, but his French bulldog, they found out yesterday, has cancer in her leg.
Oh, that's a bummer.
And she's pretty old, and they've put just nothing but like all their energy into like trying to make sure she's healthy, because she's had diabetes for years. So it's been tough. And so, Matt's at home, like obviously not having a good time with what's going on with the dog. They're just going to they brought her home, and the doctor said that, or the vet said that it was like, it's in the leg, but if you remove it, then like it's still going to spread. Like it's just spreading.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much going to be it. So they got the dog at home, and he's doing that while waiting for his twins to be born. So, and while his band is still touring. So I can't even imagine what's going on over in the Heafy Castle. But
it's good he's home.
Hope he's doing okay. So
gotta take care of that home front first.
Yeah, and he's got some Titans just filling in for him as well. So it's been really, really cool to watch these concerts. So
good
if you guys are in California, you should stop by Berkeley. Say hi. And
what's the venue? Where they playing?
You hear that, Jeremy?
Oh shit!
We'll let you know.
I can't remember the name of the venue, but it's really, really nice from what I understand. You guys go ahead. I'm going to pull this up real quick.
What's going on with you, Nerdcore?
Coming up Saturday, November 3rd, which probably
this should go out today, so it'll probably be tomorrow. Yeah.
So if you have a chance, if you're in the Richland area, we are doing Extra Life.
Oh yeah.
Charity event. It's 24 hours of gaming. We're participating for 12 of the 24 hours as a store.
This is a nationwide thing, right?
It's a nationwide thing.
I literally just got a message about it from my my Twitch guy.
For Twitch,
Matt.
So Extra Life is like a game-a-thon.
Mm-hmm.
You raise money. Like people sponsor you for hours of games played,
right.
Like a jogathon type of thing. Or they can make a just basic donation, and it goes to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Okay.
And it all started for a little girl in 2008. These guys got together, something gamers. I can't remember what the title of the group was when they first got together, but they put out. They took her presents and game consoles and stuff to keep her busy,
right.
And take her mind off of being in the hospital. And they were like, we could do this for everybody. Last year, they raised somewhere in the neighborhood of $11 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
For the it's huge.
Yeah. Twitch will do a thing.
Twitch is insanely
all about it.
Yeah. That's like I've been hearing about it quite a bit from not just Matt, but like other streamers that I'm friends with. So
yeah, Geek and Sundry, the PAX TV guys, Wizards of the Coast. Yep. All do 24-hour gaming. It's all live streamed. But, if you want to donate, you can bring money here to Adventures Underground, or you can donate straight to the website.
Cool.
Or you can participate by trying to get some pledges and game, man. Just get out there and get your game on and do some good.
They got a buddy up in Seattle that does it every year. I don't think he does a full 24, but he sets up, a block of time and gets a lot of people. He'll pick, and you can kind of like pick whatever games you want to play, right? Mm-hmm. That's what he does. Whatever game is kind of new and hot, he'll play that for a few hours and stuff. So good on that. We are coming into, the holiday season. No matter what you celebrate, it is a time of year when got to take care of your friends and family and your neighbors around you.
Mm-hmm.
For most of us, it's a very fun time, very happy time. For a lot of people, it's a very dark time. So you just got to make sure you're keeping an eye out on those that you love. Giving is so cool. It really does make you feel good to just be a good human being and help other people that need it, because we all need a helping hand from time to time.
Absolutely.
So anyway, Buried Puck's still trucking on. Keep an eye out. Next week's going to be a lot of releases and different things. Holidays are coming, so we're super excited. You'll probably be over it. But I do have to say, do not fucking start playing Christmas music right now.
Too late.
Dude, oh shit.
So I was at the doctor's office.
I don't want to hear the story.
And it was joyous.
Oh, your doctor's office had it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if somebody else is doing it, I don't blame that on you. But
I'm gonna put the tree up today.
No,
I'm kidding.
No, but seriously, let's enjoy the next couple weeks. Thanksgiving's coming up, which is fun. Then it's going to just get crazy. I don't think we're going to see Corey for a while because he's just going to be working 24/7.
I'm going to carve out time for hockey. I'm ready.
So 23/6.
23/6. Yeah, hockey and D&D. That's what I got.
Hell yeah!
There you go, man.
I missed so much D&D lately. I miss it so much.
Oh, dude, I'm running Tomb of Horrors.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
I'm trying to run a game. I just can't. The scheduling sucks. I have a hard time getting over there sometimes. And then I got 2 games during the week that I'm in.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
all right, man, you want to bring us on home?
I do. Check out Barry Puck Threads on all of the social medias: Facebook, Instagram, the Twitters, LinkedIn, Facebook, wherever Hot Pockets are sold. You can find Barry Puck Threads.
Yes.
For Cascadia Hockey and Barry Puck Threads, this has been Tyler Houts.
Hi. I was late.
Aaron Piper. Yeah. My name's Corey Gasson. And don't forget to check out Extra Life
Yes.
for this weekend. Make sure you go out and donate for some kids. And you guys have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Bye. Berta.
Berta.
Allegedly.